Orson and Parley Pratt were very interested in their family history, and Orson became the first Latter-day Saint leader to systematically research his own family history. In the 1850s, Orson is serving a mission in Washington, D.C., and he reads in a newspaper about a project by a man named Reverend Frederick Chapman, who was trying to track down all of the Pratts in America and write a book about them. And Orson is immediately excited by the prospect of this book. He writes his brother Parley that when he learned of the project, he wept like a little child. He said, "There are none among all the descendants of our ancestor, Lieutenant William Pratt, who have so deep an interest in searching out his descendants as ourselves. We know that the God of our fathers has had a hand in all this." He told Parley that they could stand as saviors upon Mount Zion in behalf of our ancestors and their lineal descendants. "Let us, my dear brother Parley, take hold of this matter in earnest, and assist our kindred in the laudable enterprise which they have undertaken." To help Reverend Chapman, who was a Protestant minister, Orson collected information from his cousins and other relatives, and he even conducted research on the Pratt family origins in England when he was serving as mission president in England. Following the publication of Chapman's book, called The Pratt Family, in 1864, Orson decided to do all of the vicarious ordinance work in the temple that he could, all of the deceased individuals in the book. In 1870, Orson takes his family to the endowment house on Temple Square, and they perform the temple ordinances, the baptisms and the endowments and the sealings for some 2,600 descendants of Lieutenant William Pratt. In the early 1990s, the Pratt family organization completed the work begun by Orson Pratt in completing all of the temple work for all of the descendants of Lieutenant William Pratt who are in Chapman's book, completing the work for those who were still alive in Orson's day. As such, the Pratt family organization did another 2,000 to 3,000 ordinances for the deceased Pratts. Orson always remained interested in his family history. In 1881, before his death, he helped organize the Jared Pratt Family Organization, and he charged the descendants of his father Jared to keep records, to have reunions, to organize themselves. He presented his descendants with a large leather-bound record book, and he charged them, "This record is written to be handed down to future generations, not only to preserve the genealogy of my forefathers, but to collect and register therein from generation to generation the dates of births, marriages, places of residence, and deaths of all the descendants of my four brothers and myself. It is to be hoped that all our posterity of whatever branch or name will be sufficiently interested to preserve their genealogy to the latest generation."